Good morning, everyone. First of all, thanks to ANIMA for giving us the opportunity of being in this webinar, sharing our experience regarding digitalization on business services. I'm going to share with you a presentation we have regarding AMEC. My name is Sonia Fernandez. I'm in charge of projects and partnerships inside AMEC. We are a private non-profit business organization based in Barcelona that groups the 350 Spanish industrial companies with international presence. AMEC companies are organized as sector associations and clusters, and these are from the sectors smart city solutions, electrical and electronic equipment, bathroom, kitchen, sanitation equipment, technology for the food industry, packing, packaging and graphics, textile and apparel machinery, plastics and rubber machinery, and industrial products. Our value proposal until today has been to help the Spanish industry going abroad as the key factor of the competitiveness. But today, 50 years after our foundation, we had opened a new focus. So we want to action as the positive partner for the international industrial companies. And how we do that? Promoting the new key factors of competitiveness in companies: anticipation, adaptability, collaboration, globalization, and sustainability. We based our mission on getting our companies ready for a new completely area that we are going to face, where everything until now can change because of the book environment. And to do so, we rely on international promotion. We offer everything to our members they need for selling international markets: information, strategic context, advices, and activities abroad. Being competitive, training and knowledge for the managers of our companies, and in this way they can face the challenges they posed in this new integral area we are entering. Collaboration, we encourage companies to share their resources to be more competitive. We also promote the exchange of experience and knowledge among the members, and they share with other members their experiences, successes, and mistakes. And for short perspective, we incorporate foresight methods in our services. Therefore, the companies can anticipate challenges, trends, and opportunities, and in this way, they can be pioneers in decision maker. And the last, the lobby, we move among our stakeholders to place the industry where it should be and to achieve the objectives that our community sets for us. To talk about the digitalization challenges, I would like to explain the digitalization challenge we have encountered inside AMEC related to digitalization. In our case, we work in a proximity model with our companies. So we have been facing two big challenges, and when we talk about digitalization, the first one is to avoid the waste of time. I suppose that other participants in this session will agree with me that in that point, the SMEs have the most valuable resource, that it's the time. So in one hand, we need to eliminate duplications. Some actions could be duplicate, or another ones could be not useful for the benefit of our companies. So we should to minimize that kind of. And the other hand, we want to require a lot of physical presence. The less distance, the more. So we must plan services and activities that don't require to travel. Our companies are from all over the Spain. So, for example, traveling to the headquarters we have in Barcelona for doing a seminar is not so useful and so accessible. So we try to minimize this kind of movements. And in our case, we have faced a second one, that is to improve the information management. We work in a proximity model with our companies, so we have a very deep knowledge of our members, and this allows us to work in a high value, customize and segment activities. So the specific challenges we have faced in this issue had been, in one hand, to customize. The better we manage the information of our companies, the more successful will be the design of our services for them. And on the other hand, we have to promote networking and collaboration. So if we can identify the needs, resources, and challenges for our success companies, it would be easy to others to promote a collaboration and working among them and to exchange this kind of experience. Regarding the specific experience in digitalization we have done, we have set some priorities regarding digitalization in 2016 on our strategic plan. So to implement a digital services model, the first thing you need is resources to invest. In our case, these kind of resources were for investing in devices. We bought about new computers for all the staff and different kind of devices to make the quality conference and virtual things and things online in all the areas we have inside AMEC. Also, we had invested in a cloud system. We want to have all the information online to work remotely. So most of the AMEC staff, it's always traveling on visiting companies. So for us, it was so important to have all the information and documents in an easy way to find them. Also, we had invested in a new website. We had another one before, but it didn't have functionalities that could be interesting for our members, like private space, for example. And for sure, and all of us have done a benchmark nowadays. We had invested in platforms because it's very important to have an online tool appropriate to service or to establish a new service. So we have different platforms for large formal events, another one to organize business meeting, another to hold small seminars. So we had invested a lot of that in that point. But we cannot forget that this is so useful without good digital training that allows us to take advantage of these resources, because all of them are so complicated. And also we have to face a good cybersecurity processes to avoid some risks. And the second big thing we had experience inside AMEC, it's the digital culture. We identified that digitalization was necessary process for the benefit of our companies some years ago, as you can see in the slide. So the management team and each AMEC department work on a value proposal for this transformation process. And this proposal was presented to our board of directors. So the AMEC board of directors understood that the need of this cultural talent should be approved. So they approve also the necessary investment for implementing the new model. That this means the things I have mentioned before. So since then until today, we had carried out the process of digital transformation at all levels inside AMEC. The main services that we offer to our companies now in digital format are B2Bs, technical conference, training, networking, expert meetings, business alerts, and a lot of different informations. And also we do virtual services, individual, that are digital marketing and promotion implementation, prospecting, commercial projects, advices, business intelligence, mentoring, or individual projects in all kinds. And in order to properly communicate services to our companies, we had rely on a digital relationship model to the AMEC members. So we do segmented online communications and alerts. Also, they use the virtual campus they have for all the capacity trainings and seminars we have done before. We also established an SMEs follow-up meetings for knowing what's happening with all of our companies. And we also have a private area inside the website for all the members, so they can find all the information regarding their own interests inside. And always with the support with our digital structure that we have, and I have mentioned before regarding a customer relationship manager, cloud system, chat, the home office we're doing, and the virtual governance we have also. So when we face the COVID, we have a big test on digitalization, because it has helped us to verify that the work done in digitalization could be applied 100%. Until the COVID, we used digital tools to provide an alternative to companies that could not attend in person. So Before COVID, if we have a training, for example, we do it in person for sure, but our companies had a second option to follow up virtually. And our sessions with our experts had been 100% physically assistance and 100% virtual assistance. So when the COVID arrives to Spain, we were forced to do everything online. So when companies have been forced to do everything online, is when they have made the change of their culture. They have seen the benefits of digital services, like, for example, no waste of time traveling, the possibility of doing multitask, and it's easy to leave if you seem you are interested in one seminar, but after that you think it's not so interesting, you want to leave. And also you have different kind of activities to do it online right now than not before COVID. So what's the change in digital culture for our companies? And this is the most important thing we have noticed during this time. As you can see in this table, this is a comparison between this online, the participation we have seen in our activities in the same month. This is the increase we have noticed comparing May 2019, May 2020. Part of this increase is because our members and the personnel from our companies are not traveling, but still it's a considerable increase inside this kind of participation of activities. You can see 400% more increase than last year. So what's next and what will happen after the COVID shock? No one can know, but we believe that we are going towards an hybrid service model between physical and digital. So digital services will be more request, and large events that were only face-to-face will also have a digital component. So for facing this new generation of virtual activities, we have to face new challenges. And from now on, we have to eliminate or reduce the face-to-face acts and travels. We have to find a new formula to replace or maximize the impact of our physical performances. So we still have to find digital tools to help us with the following items that for us are the most important nowadays. The first one is the international promotion. For many companies, the participation in fairs or exhibitions in which being able to show their project or their product, it's so necessary. So it's difficult to have confidence in a product if you're not looking at this product in person. So this is a problem that must be solved, but we don't know how to substitute these international promotions physical. We don't know if we can. So this is a big issue for us. And the second one is the personal relationship. The sale of services to our companies, it's done now digitally, and many of these services offer agreed solutions, but the complicity and loyalty between us, between the organization and our customers, our client, it's so important to be with a relational element. So we should, and we used to create links with our associates. For example, when we are traveling to a trade museum and we are with the same persons about a week, spending all the time in the trade fair, also going to dinner, to lunch, you create an emotional link with your customers, and they can see you closer. So if we don't have this kind of relation, we need to have something to replace it. And also in our case, when we have just 350 companies, so we have a very close relation with our SMEs. So we try to visit them all many times along the year. So if we cannot do that, we should to find another kind of solutions for supply this kind of services. So for closing and to-do list, it could be very helpful for us to know what international promotion agencies are going to do in digital level to remove the barriers that I have said before. And we are doing also a study for know more about the future of the international trade promotion, and we would like to invite you to be integrating that in that study, also to find new conclusions or new options. So I let you know that we are really open to know more about you. And for sure, we are really happy to be part of ANIMA, and we believe that the change of knowledge and experiences between business super agencies can lead the economic reconstruction of our industries. So thank you for listening to me, and will be at your disposal for everything. Thanks.